Let's go on a date with the futurologist Penny Farthing. Such an old term, Penny Farthing. Boss, Penny Farthing has come calling once more. This time I believe she is up to something quite serious. She is wearing goggles. Of course I am wearing goggles, boss. In the future, everyone will wear goggles all the time, and I do not wish to stand out. You know, I've not been out too often, Geek. Does anyone wear goggles outside? You mean, indeed, I have constructed a time apparatus, and today we shall take her on her maiden voyage. Whatever shall I wear? Anything with a profusion of unnecessary buckles, wires, and vacuum tubes should do the trick. You can sew those things onto a corset, so much the better. Come, the future awaits. While waiting for a response, Penny whisks you away to her workshop. It was a very cavernous room filled with dismantled steam engines, medieval suits of armour, and labyrinths of pneumatic tubes. Behold, the apparatus! In the centre of the room, the mass of other projects has been cleared away to make room for Penny's invention. It looks like a cross between a diving bell, a catamaran, 6 bicycles, and a grandfather clock. A heavy steel door stands ajar on the front of the apparatus. It is the only way in or out. It came to me after I was struck by lightning at the end of our last outing. How does it work? I'm glad you asked. The apparatus, you see, operates on the principles of chronosubjectivity. Perhaps you've noticed that time moves more slowly when you are bored, and more quickly when you are enjoying yourself. This machine amplifies the fun we're having via a series of electrodes, and then projects that subjective time current into the sails, launching us forward in time. That's an interesting idea. What kind of fun are we talking about? I'll let you decide what fun we'd like to have. But I have a wide variety of board games inside. Here we go. You know what? That isn't so bad. A wide variety of board games. I think that sounds perfectly fine. 2 years decorated like a high society sitting room that has collided with a clock factory. 2 overstuffed chairs on a ornamental rug. Oh wait, is it battle time? No, it's not. We're surrounded on all sides by clocks, watches, gears, and pendulums. A console in one corner consists of several dials, a naval chronometer, 2 banks of electrodes, and a steel calendar. Steel? Let's start conservatively. How about 100 years? Penny closes the door behind you, sets a dial on the console, and busies herself fixing electrodes to each of your heads. She flips a switch on the console, and you hear the steel door lock with a thunk. She beams. Now, in order to travel through time, we need to have fun. How should we accomplish this? Let's kiss through time. A capital idea. Kiss me, you mad adventurer. Ooh. I like to be called that. And kiss you do. For a moment, time seems to stand still. But that's the opposite of what you want. So you keep kissing until time speeds up again. You kiss so hard the electrodes come off your heads. Oh no, we can't keep canoodling without the electrodes. It'll be a waste. Penny expertly reattaches the devices to your respective heads. As long as I'm up, I may as well check our time progress. Just a moment. She picks the instrument and frowns. Oh dear, I'm having quite a bit of fun, but we hardly seem to have moved through time at all. Perhaps we're already arrived? Penny tries the door. It doesn't budge. Why won't it open? The doors, you see, are built to remain locked until we arrive at our destination, 100 years in the future. Oh, shit. There's a safety precaution I added to prevent us wandering outside and drowning in time. If the chronosails aren't functioning properly, that means we'll be stuck in this apparatus for 100 years of regular time. We're completely stuck. What should we do?
Come to us by immortality? I suppose that is the only viable option. Penny leans back in the armchair and sighs. Never thought it would end like this, although, to be fair, I never really thought about it ending at all. I've been so preoccupied with the future, it never really occurred to me that I might not be around to see it. But I suppose there's always more future, isn't there? And no way for one human to see it all. What do you think happens after you die? Rigor mortis followed by decomposition. Some sort of eternally hedonistic afterlife, most likely. That's a rather nice thought, although, how would you stave off boredom? It's my eternity in a hedonistic pursuit of knowledge. What was a side effect of a limited lifespan? In afterlife, it is unknown. It's been my eternity in the hedonistic pursuit of knowledge. I like the way you think. Knowledge truly is the ultimate aphrodisiac. And come to think of it, with each new person that joins the afterlife, you'd be able to ask them all sorts of questions. You could find out what was to come after you passed. It's a bit roundabout, but it's comforting to think that I'd finally find out what the future holds. I suppose we'll all be gaining some knowledge soon enough. What it's like to die inside a steel coffin built for two. Not that it's knowledge I'm particularly excited to gain. Seems to be quite a bit of friction between my opposing ideas, doesn't there? Wait, friction, that's it! If we can generate enough static electricity, we should be able to short out the electromagnet which governs the locking mechanism. But how can we possibly generate enough static electricity? Oh, I know where to generate some static electricity, alright. Let's make use of this box of party balloons you stopped. The party balloons! A marvellous idea! I stopped them for fun. I never thought they'd function as an emergency saving device. Inflate several party balloons and rub them vigorously against each other's hair. Then, careful not to discharge their electricity, you approach the door. Okay. 3, 2, 1. And zap in unison! The bolt unlocks with a thunk and the door swings open. But it looks as you are both still clearly in her workshop, and it doesn't appear to have been ravaged by time, even a little. No, it didn't work at all? Not even a few years? Time, butler, what year is it? A Welsh corky holding a timepiece trots out from underneath a pile of scrap linens. Oh, it seems we weren't even in there for more than 5 minutes. Gives the timekeeping corgi a pat on the head and then trots off. Well, that was a rather harrowing adventure, wasn't it? It's a good thing I had you by my side, otherwise things might have gone quite differently. The madness of the Victorian period. Wait. Yeah, otherwise things went quite differently. If you found your way out one way or another, let's see. It was my pleasure to be by your side, and your other parts. The pleasure was all mine. In any case, the experiment was a failure. I'm glad I got to share my failure with you. And perhaps it wasn't such a failure after all. But she did bring us closer to each other, as death traps and shared trauma are known to. Perhaps I can rebrand the machine as a romantic room escape. If you'll excuse me, I have some revisions to work on. Leave it to a workshop. A DL. Ooh, mermaid. Nice.